Daily sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Thomas. Throwing left side, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Here's Thomas. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Shoves him aside. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there on the screen pass.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Thomas. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story. From special teamer to postseason hero, all he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Thomas. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Thomas from the gun on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On 1st down, Knowles. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Houston. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
From the 30 on second down, Thomas. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And now Cooper, slow to get up. Staying down after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Thomas eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Thomas. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Thomas. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Touchdown! That's caught. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that will make this a 16-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll make it 2nd down. Off play action. Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Thomas. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Browns.
Oh, yeah, that's the score. That's
Austin Hooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tony Field gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And some room to roam now. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Alert. Tight end's right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Here we go. I got 8. I got 8. I got 8. Hey, number 28. Mike. He's coming. He's coming. Check in.
Here's Watson. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 56. Mike.
Now it's Watson. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. Always costly to cough up that football. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
That catch good for only a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Watson off play action. Out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Chris Blewett for the field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Thomas winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
I smell fear in that offense. Hey, 59! Slam! Check the backer, check the backer.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now Watson.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on 1st down. Knowles, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. To throw is Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well. They run the counter. Knowles. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Brings them 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
On 2nd down now. Knowles. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Taken down at the 14-yard line.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
It's a run with Mostert.
And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 30 on second down, Thomas. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's got his target, Harris. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Houston,
It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 72 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Browns 49, Texans 23.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now Watson throws another interception. Snags it for the pick. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
Mark 50. Better bring it. 69. Letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Thomas. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Thomas. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 43 yards. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Following the fumble recovery, Thomas. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again, so another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Houston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to